Okay, so we've got quite a few questions asking about changing items from released back to in use pre-release option. So here we've got a part, all the components are released. So if I just do an expand all, easy, you can see all the parts, all released. And we need to bring all those parts back. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to find out where those are. So I'm just going to go to my document folder location. So I've got my location, I can copy that. Make this a little bit easier. And now I'm going to go to the data prep tool. We can find this Windows button and just search for data preparation. So data prep for Solid Edge. So we're doing this. This is for Solid Edge users. Maybe people come from Insight as well. If you export data out of Insight, sometimes it comes out released when we move it. So what we need to do, we need to select the files or folders. So we're gonna add the folder location that we've just found on there. But because I've done my path, I should be able to find that easier. So if I go to there, I should be able to paste that location, and then I can select all the files in that folder on there. So just make sure that we've got all the files that we need on there. So we can't do anything with the CFG files. They don't physically release, so make sure we've got all the assembly and all the parts on there. So they're all going to come into the list. We're then going to generate a import list on there. So this is then going to create a list, and it's going to bring this into Excel. But it's actually data prep version of Excel. So when we go into there, what we can do, we can then go and edit some of those properties. Once we've edited those properties, we can then go modify. That will then save, and these parts will be fine. So I'm just actually going to go and just close out of Solid Edge in there. And let's go back to the data prep. And now here's the Excel file that's open. This is opened up automatically. We could have used the open button there, but so just expand that so we've got the information on here. So it looks like Excel. We can't really do anything on there, but we've got an extra couple of tabs at the top now. So these are physically linked on there. So the one we're looking for is Solid Edge Data Prep, and we want to set the file status. So we've got all these files on there. So we can select all those files and then go set file status. What I'm actually going to do, I'm just going to make sure I select all of them, just using those options on the left. So I'm going to give us a box 6 choices. So we can then change this to available, and then that's going to run. So as soon as we click that, that is running through. It takes second to do 2 or 3. So this is going to take a few seconds. So we'll see this live on there. So it's going through, looking at those parts. So changed to available. Just be aware, every 3 or 4 files it takes a second. So if you're doing 1,000 files, it's going to take 7-8 minutes or so. So if we go on there, that has now done that. So what we now do, we leave this. So we've got lots of other things we can do, but this is a question that we get asked quite a lot on here as well. So we can change file name, remove timestamp, set different options, do lots of other choices on here as well. So what I do, I'm just going to minimize that, and then what I do, I'm going to modify the properties. So that is now modifying the properties on those parts. If those sloping Solid Edge, that will be prompting us to close out of Solid Edge. So that's going to go through, it's opening each of those properties as though it's done in Design Manager. And then we can click cancel. And then we can go back to Solid Edge. So we don't need the Excel, so we can physically go back to the Excel, close that. It doesn't prompt us for anything because that's linked to the part. And now if we go back to our grinder, we should be able to go back and find that now we've got write access for all of those parts. So if I go into Design Manager, and we can have a look, and we can find the availability, the Solid Edge status on all those parts, all set to available. Okay. Any questions? Please ask. Thank you.